Scott Lord from Nuoc in Melbourne is joining me today to make a delicious fish dish, Barramundi. I love that you do this dish because it's readily available and people can make this at home.
Absolutely. So first off, we want to make the marinade.
Okay.
Basically, I'm going to utilise pretty much all of the mint.
Yeah,
so I'm going to
nice.
whack all that in there.
I always find Barramundi has that real deep, earthy flavour, so it can really withstand quite big, bold flavours like you have here today.
Exactly. So basically you can see I'm chopping all this into like a fine, so all the marinade basically blends down. So right now I'm just cutting some ginger up. I'm just going to put this in the marinade. Ginger doesn't tend to break down that well.
True.
It's the same with lemongrass that we're going to add as well, which is here. I'll just get you to put that in the marinade there. We'll just finally slice that up.
I love lemongrass, and it's one of those things that if you can add more, then do, just like you've done.
That's it.
And you've got some white pepper here, the whole lot?
Yep, chuck it all in. I'm going to do the same here.
Okay.
And at the same time, I'm just going to get some dill stalks here.
Ah, the stalks. I usually throw out the stalks.
Exactly, so we're just trying to minimise waste. So I'll just cut them in half. Basically, I'm going to keep this for later.
Okay.
And then with these stalks, I'm going to do the same thing.
Smell of that gorgeous dill. You've also got a few more things over here. So some turmeric goes in.
Turmeric, my favourite ingredient.
Me
Chuck
too.
that in there.
And some sugar.
Sugar. And then I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to chuck all this in there. Cool, so while I just chop some bases off the chives, I'll get you to put the fish sauce and the oil.
Okay, fish sauce in. How much?
Stop.
Oh.
So you want to be quite, it's all the seasoning in it, so be quite ruthless with it.
Okay, and the oil's just going to bind this together.
That's correct. So you're going to blend that up.
Okay.
And what I find is you sort of sometimes need some water just to get it going. Yeah, just a splash of water in there.
Gee, it smells good.
Stop.
Stop. Marinade done.
Yeah, it's great. Now we transfer this all into a bowl.
Grab you a bowl over here, pour it in.
That's it.
Oh, look at that. You know this is going to be good.
It smells delicious. So basically you're going to put the whole barramundi fillet in there.
Okay, and we've got the skin on.
Yeah, skin is on. I find like once we cook it down, it breaks down and caramelizes. Great, that looks awesome. So we're going to cover it with cling film now. We're going to marinate it for 20 minutes just before we cook it, but preferably overnight.
Okay, in it goes.
Cool. While that's marinating in the fridge,
Yep.
we're going to make our Nuoc Mam.
Okay.
We're going to get you to start cutting some chilies and some garlic.
So what kind of chilies are these?
These are pickled chilies. Just adds sweetness to the dish. I sometimes use fresh chilies, but I find pickled chilies are delicious.
Yep.
So
And finally chop this?
finally chop it up.
I'm onto it.
In the meantime, while you're chopping that, I'm going to start making the Nuoc Mam base. I've got water and sugar. What I'm looking for here is just to melt the caster sugar.
Okay, and do you want me to put this in a bowl?
I do, yep. And then also I'll just juice some limes.
And lots of garlic in a Nuoc Mam. So again, I'm just going to finely chop this. But you're going to be taking this even further and giving it that modern twist by mixing it with some butter.
So yes, burnt butter. Basically, I'm just going to put this in the pot there.
Yep.
The caster sugar is diluted.
Okay.
I'm just going to take it off the heat. So now we've got all that together. I'm just going to pass me the bowl. I'm just going to juice some limes with the chilli.
Okay. And Nuoc Mam's all about balance, isn't it?
It is. You got the sweetness, the saltiness, then you got the freshness from the lime. This dressing is really handy to have up your sleeve though. You can make salads, you can make dippings, you can do rice paper rolls, you can do anything. So the butter here, you can see the colours starting to like caramelise and you just know the nutty flavours.
Yes.
You just know when it's ready.
Awesome. Garlic's chopped. Are you happy with that, Chef?
That's delicious, yep.
In it goes.
Chuck it in.
And we'll give that
Just
a
give it a
whisk.
whisk. So I got rice vinegar here as well.
Okay.
I'm going to put it all together.
Look at those colours. I like this idea of using pickled chilies as opposed to fresh ones, just for something a little different.
Yeah, that's it. Great, so now that's ready. We're going to add your fish sauce there.
Okay, how much fish sauce?
Just keep going until we're set.
Okay, I like that idea.
And stop.
Oh.
Basically, give that a stir.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add the sugar that we just diluted before.
Yep.
I'm going to chuck that in there.
And that's pretty much a basic Nuoc Mam.
So now this is where the twist comes in. We've got burnt butter, which is very French.
Yes.
I'm just going to pour that in too.
Oh, this is the ultimate. I've made many burnt butters in my time, but taking this to the next level and adding it with Nuoc Mam, it's so cool.
Yeah, it all brings it together. So we can put that aside now.
Okay, well, I guess we just have to wait for our fish to finish marinating and then we can start cooking it.
Yum.
Okay, this gorgeous barramundi has come out of the fridge and we did bring it out about 15 minutes ago because you don't want it to be too cold, do you?
Exactly, you need it at room temperature.
Gee, it smells good.
It does. So I'll get you to start with the salad.
Yeah, sure.
Basically what you want to do is just pick all the fronds off.
I can do that.
And then I'll cut the chives.
Yes.
But in the meantime, I'm going to start cooking the barramundi fillet. You want to start with a medium heat pan.
Yeah.
I think just with fish, you got to be quite gentle when you cook it.
Yes.
It will cook very quickly as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah, good tip.
I'm going to get the marinade. I'm just going to scrape on the side of the bowl and put it straight in there.
Nice one. And why are you scraping the skin side?
Because I want that skin to break down a little bit. I'm going to render it down. And in the meantime, I'm just going to grab some bit of baking paper there. This is a wee bit of a tip that I have.
Yes.
Put some baking paper on top.
Yep.
And then put a weight.
Ah, love this idea.
Yeah, so what you're doing is just pushing it down against the pan and it's just cooking the skin evenly.
Oh, what a great idea. And then are we cooking this entirely on the stovetop?
No, so what I'm trying to do is just caramelise the skin and then that way we'll just transfer it into the oven and then it will cook evenly.
Okay, and we've set our temperature at a 180. How long are we going to cook it for?
Between 10 and 12 minutes.
Sounds good. Good.
I'll get you to put the salad on the bottom of that plate there.
Okay, so this is just the combination of the chives, dill, and we've also got some spring onions there. Great combo.
Delicious. So now we've got the fish there. I've heated up the burnt butter Nuoc Mam. That's on the heat. So basically I've got the barramundi fillet here. I'm just going to rotate it on itself. And you see that the skin's quite caramelised. All the sugars have like caramelised and broken down. I'm just going to transfer this.
I love that blackened skin, and because we pressed that with the pot on top, you can really see how flat and perfect it is.
That's it. And then I'm basically with this Nuoc Mam, I'm just going to pour it over top. The heat of the Nuoc Mam brings out all the flavour into the salad.
That's so cool, Scott.
So
I love
that
it.
goes on top, and then we get basically salt over top. And one of my other favourite ingredients is white pepper.
White
I think
pepper.
the most underrated spice.
The colours are exquisite. I've got to try this. Yep. Oh, I'm going to take this little piece here. I love the skin. It's my favourite part of the fish. A little of the herbs. Well, I think this is one of my favourite fish dishes of all time. It is that good. And if you didn't want to make it at home, well, just head over to Nuoc and try Scotty's version. It's so good.